Hey everybody, I'm Zachary Vaudo. I'm coming to you from another location today, but I am still your Damphir, Wild Oracle, Arat Kshizhin.
Hi everyone, my name is Alessa Vamp on the internet. Tonight I will be playing Yuiza Anacaona. She's the Wood Elf Rogue of this team. And she uses she, her, I use she, they, and we'll see what happens tonight.
Yeah, I'm Avi. I'm going to be playing our lovely cleric of Keening, the Ahuling, Fisscourth. And this will definitely not have any sadness or angst or drama. Perish the thought.
Hey everybody, I'm RJ. Today I'll be playing Sulong Shen. He is a human barbarian. I'm a menace, and we're here to punch feelings.
Punch feelings, not friends. Hey everybody, I am Sara. I will be your disaster guide, aka your romanceable NPC, aka the DM of this fantastic campaign, Luck and Chaos. I use she, her pronouns primarily. You can use any pronouns for me, really. I don't care. I'm just your little buddy, and I'm along for the ride as far as this game goes. Last week, you met most of the new arrivals in town and placed a few orders with the shopkeepers. And today, we are going to pick up shortly after where we left off last week, with the party tending the pig that is currently roasting over the fire, Yuiza making her way back now from visiting an elderly gentleman at the temple that the party had helped out earlier. And I think that's a really good place for us to start. Yuiza, you're on your way back from Old Man Ted's room. Rose Ressa is helping him settle in nicely, and you got to spend a good chunk of time there as his daughter, who you've only ever seen from a picture. What's going through Yuiza's head right now as she walks back?
It's a strange mix of things. Firstly, because it's the first time in a while that she's used this ability of hers. And she tends to not use it so willy-nilly. Old Man Ted kind of like touched a special place in her heart, and it made her think about her own father and her own relationship with him and hoping that he's all right. It was like, if I can at least give this man his daughter back, maybe I can do the same for my own father. So she left. Eventually found a little corner as her face and features change again. There's this like uncomfortable look on her face, as you can hear. If anyone was there, they could hear the bones kind of grow and pop and crack as they change height and length, and their features of the face and skull change. Eventually, she will head back to the Wand Swamp. She's quiet. She doesn't really. She walks kind of like by the more solitary side of the road, where there's not a lot of people interacting. But she'll wave at anyone that she sees.
Yeah, as you walk through town, there's no. The way this town is set up, the main portion of the town that you have to cross through is essentially a long U-shape. It makes it easy for carts to come in down one side, drop off whatever they're dropping off while other carts pass them by, and then just make the turnaround at the end before the temple split off to just come back out and go back about on their route to go to one of the other towns or villages on their path. And it's getting a bit late at this point, not uncomfortably late, but the sun is starting to go down, and you hear the crickets come out, and it is early summertime, so there are fireflies popping up in the grass, a little more dispersed the more you get into the main thoroughfare. But you see people, you see a commotion outside the general store. You see several of the village ladies and the farmers' wives quickly going in and out with linens and towels. There are buckets of water being passed into the building, and there is a fire outside heating them up. so that multiple buckets can get heated up at the same time if needed. And you see them come in and out and in and out. And all of the lights in the general store are on, which is very odd at this point in the night. Normally, everything about the general store would be shut down. They close the doors at 5 and they open again the next day within their normal business hours.
Okay, she's going to go to the general store, concerned at first, and she's going to like ask the ladies, like, is everything all right here?
And one of them turns around to you. It's a elven woman with strawberry blonde hair, green eyes, and her hair is pulled up into a tight bun, and there is cloth wrapped around to keep the sweat and hair off of her face. And she's in a very simple dress. And she goes, "Oh, honey, everything's great. Everything's great. We got a new little one coming in tonight, but we got everything under control.
Oh.
It's been a long one, but she's doing good."
Oh, all right. Do you need any help?
You know, how are you at keeping people calm?
Oh, I'm great.
Come with me. And she will take you upstairs to the second level. You pass through the back of the store, up a staircase that's fairly hidden against the back wall. And she takes you up to the private quarters of the family. You are brought up into a sitting room. And you walk in with this woman, and you see several of the ladies going in and out of one of the rooms. And you're guessing this is where the main event is taking place. Morthron is pacing back and forth between the settee and a bookcase, doing his best with his tall frame and those big wings to stay out of the way of these women. This is not his first child to be born, but he is every bit the anxious parent as he waits to meet his new baby and check on his wife.
Is the elven woman leading her to like him or like towards like...
She is.
Okay.
She is dumping you off with him and then going back about her business without another word.
She's gonna be like, Hi, Morthron.
Hi. You...
Yes.
Yes.
Don't worry about it. Yes. I see you're a little anxious. I understand. This must be very anxiety-inducing for you.
Yes, it is. And they said something about there being a complication, but the midwives aren't calling for anyone from the temple, so I think that's a good sign. Hey.
Complications happen. That does not mean that it's going to be bad. The ladies know best. The doulas know best. They know what they're doing. Your wife is in perfect hands. They delivered your first child perfectly fine. They're going to deliver the second one perfectly fine. Right? They know
what they're doing. They do this all the time.
Yes.
And but she's not infernal. Like that's it could have wings. This one could have wings.
That is true.
Bigger horns.
That is true.
She's not prepared for the horns.
No,
or the wings.
But they'll be small. Her body will adjust to it. Okay? They're not going to have giant horns right out the gate. They'll grow into them. Her body, hopefully. Her body will adjust to it, okay? She is a strong woman. She has done this before, and she can do it again. And you have a perfectly healthy baby to appreciate and love and welcome into the new world just a little bit, all right? Now, I need you to take some deep breaths with me. Now, inhale through the nose. Hold it for a few seconds and exhale through the mouth. Okay. Okay, let's do that a few more times. So she'll do that with him a few more times. It's like, okay. And relax. See? It's going to be fine. If anything wrong were to happen, you know that they would bring in the right people, and you would be the first one they would tell.
Right.
Everything will be all right.
Mhm.
Okay, I understand that you kind of need to walk the anxiety out. So let's take a few walks around this room. Let's do a few walks, right? And she'll
Right.
walk with him and talk with him.
Okay.
know?
Right. I made bread. There's
You made
Would you-
bread?
He has a loaf of bread that is just in his hands.
That is it good bread? Did you make good bread?
He will break it in half and just hand you half of it,
She will
and just
eat.
continue holding the
She will
other
take
half of his
a
loaf
bite
of bread.
out of the half. Is it good bread?
It's good bread. It's
Yeah.
sourdough.
This is wow. This is really like a little bit of butter to like make it extra. Oh god, this is really good. By the way,
Mhm.
have you
Yeah.
thought about names? Have you thought? Tell me about names. Like, are you gonna like if it's a boy, a girl, or like maybe a gender neutral name, so they they can decide later on what they want to be.
Oh God, you've got to pick a name.
So why don't
I'm
we
really
think
bad
about-
at names.
No,
I named
hey,
the cat
it's-
Cat.
That's okay. That's why Ayla's Ayla, I'm sure is a lot better.
Mhm.
So
Mhm.
it's going to be fine. You guys can talk about names.
Right,
How
we can
talk
about
names. Yeah, you guys can talk about it, right?
Mhm.
And we're walking and talking. Have you tried some of your bread? It's really good, by the way.
No, I think I'm gonna.
Try some of it right now.
Okay,
Try some of it.
it's good bread.
It is good bread. It is good
I
bread.
make
You
good-
make good things. You make good things.
I make
and this
I
baby's
make really
gonna be
good
great.
things. Yeah, they are. She is.
yeah.
Oh God, what if it's
Ayla-
a little girl? I don't know how to parent a little girl.
Hey,
What do I do?
Hey,
They
she's
like
gonna take
they
his
like
hands.
fancy things, and we don't have fancy things. I work in HR.
She's gonna take his hands like, hey, you don't know what they're like until you get to meet your baby. And if they're a girl, you're gonna have a beautiful baby girl, and you're gonna raise them just perfectly.
Man.
And they're going to be so happy
Mhm.
with you and Ayla as their
Mhm.
parents and their big brother.
Mhm.
And it's going to be fine. And listen, I've only met you once before, but I know you will give this baby everything that they need.
I will give them everything. that they-
Yes. So
And
baby
if-
girl or baby boy, they're going to be well taken care of, and they're going to know so much love. So much love.
And if anyone hurts them, I will raise their village to the ground. And on that
Exactly.
note, we're going to pivot over to the other ones. What are y'all doing?
Hey, Yuiza, did you take that bag of holding with you?
Yeah. She's
Good, because
carrying.
Fizz is looking around the house for bags after hearing this terrifying story about the bag man. She doesn't know if it's just bags of holding, so she's doing it with all the bags and the ones want, just carefully tipping them over. Not to spill anything, but just putting them on the end, just in case. That 30-pound bag of beans, turning it over. It's very strenuous, but no bag man is going to get my colony so long as I'm on the watch.
Okay. Roll me an investigation check.
Oh boy. $11.
11. You find a lot of beans in that bag of beans, as you expected. And as you go around to the other bags, you mostly find empty grain sacks or sacks in the kitchen of food. You find a few nicer leather bags for spell components that are stocked in Arabelle's shop. Excuse me.
Man could hide in there. Gotta tip him.
Yeah, you find a few things stocked in Arabelle's shop, and one of the items which you find is kind of tucked away in the back. It's a bag very similar to Yuiza's, and it appears to be a bag of holding as well. But this one has some patchwork sewn onto it, and As you tip it over, a few baubles and trinkets do fall out. And then craft glitter just begins pouring out of this bag of holding. I will need you to make a dexterity saving throw to avoid this cloud of glitter that is in the air.
I just know the DC is insanely high.
DC 15, baby.
10.
You try, but as you jump back, because you are moving wings as you move back, you shift the air in a way where it actually pushes that glitter cloud onto you more. And the front half of you is covered from the tips of your ears down to your little tippy toes in bright blue shimmering glitter. And there is a pile of it still on the floor.
I need to clean this up before Arabelle finds it. I try to use my wing as a dustpan to get it back in, getting myself more glittery in the process, but I need to clean this up.
You definitely get more glittery in the process. Make me a... Gosh, what would cleaning glitter be? Make me a...
Survival?
Survival check.
What's survival?
22. I'm experienced with
22?
glitter.
You are very experienced with glitter. However, for those who know how glitter works, you get the majority of it in, but there are still flecks of it embedded into the floorboards. And as you look it over, you get the feeling that that area is just going to remain glittery for a while.
You know, it's not nice, Sora, but the bagman will not be able to claim anyone in this household. I should go back and check on the pig, but yeah, I should probably try licking this off. And Fist is just going to walk back outside and is grooming herself. Just, the thing that dogs do where they they bite at their fur. That's what she's doing. And she's just spitting out glitter intermittently.
You all see Fisscourth come out to join you as you guys are attending the pig. And she is covered in glitter and has licked a small portion of her wing in an attempt to get it off.
Are you okay?
Oh, yes.
I hear spitting.
Thank God Arat cannot see me right now. I was so long. Well, you know that story you told me, the warnings about the bagman. What I did, I went and turned over every bag in the shop. That way, he wouldn't be able to come get us. But one happened to be filled with this glittery substance, and now I'm glittery.
Sulong passes a wineskin back over to Arat because he's been turning the pig periodically every 15 minutes. And I guess they were just small talking. If that's cool with you, Zach.
Of course.
And he will stand up and walk over to Fisscourth and just start trying to brush, but just gets his hand turns all glittery because that's how that works by the transitive property. If you touch someone that's glittery, you too become glittery.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, your palm is just caked in a fine layer of glitter.
Is it working?
Nope.
Arat, keep your hands off me, lest you suffer the curse.
Yeah, I think this
What
would be
curse?
a textural nightmare for you, actually.
What curse?
Glitter. It's everywhere.
I'm not familiar. I know what glitter is, theoretically, but what is the problem with it?
Fisscourth is currently covered in it, and that means that she will continue to be covered in it no matter how much we try and clean her.
Curse marked for life.
Why-
In my
why do
pursuits to
not-
keep you safe.
Why do you not use water to clean off the...
It doesn't help.
It doesn't?
It
It
does
doesn't.
not.
I've heard
It's-
tales about it. It's said to strike even the fiercest predators from the sky.
It's the same thing with sand.
I understand this feeling, yes. There are magical abilities that can clean things instantaneously. Could we not find somebody that has one of those and then everything goes gone? Or is glitter somehow exempt from this?
Is glitter exempt to magic?
Is glitter
Is glitter
exempt
exempt from prestidigitation?
Yeah.
You don't know.
I wouldn't.
I guess. Well, I can go find our Arabelle and see if she can do something about this. Ah, damn it!
If you
Should
get
have warned
glitter on
you.
my pig.
No, so long as he walked away. He knows the properties of glitter.
I will isolate myself whilst I have this plague so I do not contaminate the rest of you. I will
do not
stand
think
over
that you
there.
need- I do not think you have to isolate yourself. I feel like
No, I
it will
must go on
away.
this sojourn myself, Arat. I shall not condemn you all to my curse, my folly. And Fist will go dramatically, walk over, away from the fire, her back turned.
How many hours has it been since we started roasting this pig?
It has probably been 4
So it's
hours,
almost done.
3 or
If
4
it's
hours. Yeah, it's going to be
smallish pig.
a
It's
while.
almost done. Okay, well, if this takes me longer than 15 minutes, Arat, turn the crank like a full rotation around.
Yes. I can do this.
All right. Sulong starts walking towards the house. Arabelle!
Okay. You head into, excuse me, you head into the Wands Want, and you go looking for Arabelle, and you don't find her on the first or second floors. Do you go upstairs and check upstairs?
Yeah.
All right. You walk upstairs, and you see shelves and shelves of books and scrolls in her personal library, and a settee area with a coffee table, some nice leather sitting arrangement, a nice cozy fireplace, and several doors. And you would know that at the end of the hall is the door to her bedroom.
He'll knock on the door. Arabelle, are you awake?
Yeah. 1 minute.
Oh, okay.
And you hear a sputtering and a few things clank together. And then after a few moments, there's the rustling of skirts as Arabelle comes over to open the door for you. Hi. How can I, what can I do for you?
Fisscourth got into one of the bags and apparently it was just filled with glitter, and he'll hold up a hand to demonstrate.
Oh, please do not touch anything.
I have tried my best, but we were wondering if you had like a prestidigitation spell or something handy.
Did you try a bucket of water?
You know how that works with glitter.
Yeah, fair enough. One second. Let me go take a look. And she will come out past you. Do you take a look into her room?
No, I'm not nosy.
Okay.
Damn it. I am.
She will head out to the bookshelves. Let's see. That's a cantrip, right? Let's see here. No, this one. There's polymorph. This was. Nope, not that one. Not this one. Oh, here you go. This should work.
Using his other hand, which is not covered in glitter, he will take that.
Is anyone available? Do you have a caster?
Right. No. Can
I'll come with you.
Wait, but can you read spell tomes?
That's true.
You can read it to me and I can say it.
Oh, I could probably try and read it to Arat if you're busy right now.
I'm not. But I'll come and let me just grab a second one just in case. But yeah, let's have Arat try it and see how it goes. Okay.
You okay, by the way? It sounded like you were choking on something.
Oh no, I just startled me is all. I'm not used to you all coming up here, and it's been twice in one day now.
Sorry about that. If this is kind of bothersome, I won't
no,
do it again.
No, it's not. My home is your home.
Thank you.
And she will head outside with you. Oh, that is a lot of glitter.
Do not have to look upon my visage. I understand it's garish.
Oh, where did you get into all of it?
He was trying to protect our household from the bagman.
I told her a scary story.
Oh, not that silly legend.
It sounded quite legitimate. I didn't want anyone in the house to fall prey to such a vicious beast.
Some urban legends are in fact true, but it's just a bit more modified in the public eye.
This just blinks twice. You're saying he isn't real?
It's just a silly story to scare kids. Don't worry.
Oh, well, that's a relief that no one will be getting grabbed by the bagman, but I still remain... She just flashes out her wings. Cursed. Sparkle, sparkle. Glitter, sparkle.
Alright. Hey, Arat, I've got a spell tome here, and just sets it down on a side table and uses the clean hand to page through it to find the prestidigitation spell.
Once I hear the pages stop turning, I put my hand on the page. I'm assuming this is written in like quill.
Yeah, we can say it is. Yeah.
Yeah, so I can probably just like trace letters at that point because those embed into the page usually.
Yeah, you can definitely try. Go ahead and roll an Arcana check to try and cast it. Since it's a cantrip, I think the DC is just 10 plus 1.
Yeah, it's low, and it also is a cantrip that I am capable of learning whenever I learn more cantrips.
Yeah.
10 plus 1, you said?
Yeah.
I just met that, yeah.
Fabulous. Yeah. So you take a moment to look up, to feel over the scroll. And it's a lot of things that you are already very familiar with based on what is printed on your cards and other scrolls that you have come into contact with the world. And you are able to use this to clean off Fisscourth. And as you do, you feel the scroll in your hand warm up the same way that your cards do as they sync to you when you receive a new one. And the magic slowly eats the spell scroll away. And the rest of you watch as this impossible purple light swirls the edges of the page, and the embers of the paper fly up and mix with the embers of your fire and drift away.
Fascinating. I've never used this scroll before.
Oh, good job.
It worked?
Has it worked? As Fizz looks over. Fizz takes Arat by the shoulders. Arat, you have done me a great boon. We were already colony mates, but I will lay down my life's blood for you. I mean that. You have risen a great curse for my blood.
I wasn't aware glitter was that intense.
Could you imagine? I would never be able to fly without blinding people. I would be left blind.
It's not so bad.
I'm gonna go wash
I
my
did my
hands.
glitter. Yes, you should do that. Check on your fingernails.
Thank you, Arabelle. Did this come from your stock? Do we owe you anything for this scroll?
Oh no, this was from my personal library. You're fine. Don't worry about it. And Sulong, here. And she will grab you by the elbow and unfurl her own spell scroll, look at it, and use the scroll to prestidigitate your hand.
That's very handy to have. Well, the roast is almost ready, so give it another 2 hours.
And at that point, we're going to pivot back to Yuiza for a moment. Yuiza, as your friends have been tending this pig, the little baby does arrive, and you are there as the ladies who have been assisting Isla come out, and they invite Morthon into the room, and you can watch from the doorway as he welcomes their new little baby girl, Tallulah. She is bundled up in a beige blanket that has embroidered wreaths of pink flowers on it that one of the ladies you saw carrying with them earlier. She's pale purple with brilliant blue eyes when she does open them. She's currently sleeping. And she has 2 little horn nubs on her forehead in the same spot that their son has, and in the same color. However, you see that the way she is bundled, she has been bundled to accommodate 2 very small wings on her back that tend to flutter as she snores in her mom's arms.
He's going to look over at Morthon and Ayla and just be like, I knew you guys could do it. Congratulations.
And as you say this, they are in a world all their own. Ayla is, you can see, exhausted with her hair and sweat plastered on her face. But they are just so enamored with this little bundle that they only vaguely hear your words. And the ladies usher everybody else out of the building. 1 or 2 will stay behind to assist the new parents in their first night with the new baby in the house. And you are free to go back to the ones one, should you wish.
She will have a little bit more pep in her step now that such a nice, I guess, miracle of life has happened. And she'll eventually come back. Won't go into the wands one, but kind of come around the back if possible and just see and be like, where's everyone? Why is the pig unattended? Hello? Hello?
Yuiza, is that you? I think we were inside getting the glitter off.
Yeah. She's like trying to grab, she's grabbing part of her skirts to try and turn the pig so she doesn't touch the iron. Oh, hello.
Yuiza. And Fist will pop her head out. I apologize. I was having a curse removed. Terrible thing. But yes, the pig. Do you need assistance?
Yes. I am allergic to iron.
Yes. And Fist will immediately begin help turning, probably a little too enthusiastically, but she is chattering on and on about how Arat lifted this curse from her, how awful it was, and truly it took a team.
You got cursed and then uncursed and the entire time I was gone?
Yes.
I wasn't gone that long.
It was terrifying. I was trying to take safety precautions, then I fell into the dangerous tap that is glitter. I would have been marked for life, I tell you.
Yeah. Yeah, that does happen. You know what? It's easy to describe it as a curse, to be honest. It's like, the STDs of the craft world,
Yes.
What?
Glitter. Because it's everywhere and it spreads everywhere and you can never get rid of it. It's kind of, it's like, hard to get rid of, always there, you always find it somewhere, you can pass it around to everyone.
Apparently it needs a cleric to get rid of.
Yeah,
Yes, Jillian described such things. We didn't have them amongst the colony, we interbred for the most part, but in his work, we shall say, encountered many strange ailments.
Wait.
Do you know that fox can sprout upon your nether regions?
Yes.
I'm sorry, who's Jillian? Arabelle pokes her head out.
Follow behind.
A very dear friend of mine. I don't know where he is now, but I hope he's all right.
Question, what do you mean by interbreeding?
Oh, we come from demonic blood, and thus we only breed with other creatures of demonic bloodlines. And when you're the only
but not like this.
well,
Oh, is it like your same bloodline?
no, never incest, never.
Oh, I was about to be worried. Sorry.
That would be worse than betting an aquatic hooling. Are you mad?
Right. We hate the aquatic hulins, right?
in the words of a great sage that I once heard, life finds a way.
A way to what?
But yeah, did you? Ayla had her baby.
Oh,
Yeah.
How is the babe?
Oh my gosh, it's a baby girl. She's purple. She's got little horn up, and she's got little wings. And they flutter when she's like kind of sleeps, and it's so cute. Oh my god, Morton was so nervous. I was helping him with that. He also made bread. He makes really. I still have half of bread here if you want the piece, but
We can eat that with the pig, but a little baby girl with wings. I could teach her to fly if we stick around.
her name's Tallulah.
Oh, that's so sweet. Oh, that's good. That's good. I kind of guessed on their baby gift, so I'm really glad that it's a girl. Oh, look at this. And Arba will rush back in up to her room and come back out, and she shows you all a rattle that is plated in a bronze material. And as she shakes it, a tiny little force wall goes up around her arm. I had it enchanted. I thought, a rattle, because baby likes them. And then, since Morthon was so protective of his first, I figured a force wall that just automatically sprung up would be a good option.
Oh, so like she'll have like a little force wall around her. Oh, that's really good with corners, I will say.
Assuming she's holding it.
Maybe
I
if they
imagine
just
she
tie
will.
it around her neck and it shakes while she runs when she's like a toddler. Like, does that work?
Or at least put it above the babe, somewhere nearby, tied to her foot maybe. I'm not quite sure how your babies work. Our babies just cling to our chests for many years until they're able to fly.
It's kind of like that, but it's like the first year or two they're small and they need to cling to you, and you need to take care of them. But then they start walking after a year or two, and then they're all running and around the place and stuff.
Perhaps you could enchant a bell with the same thing so that it can be on the child, and then the parents can know where the child is at all times.
Like a cat.
Mr.
Did you
Kitty.
do that?
Yeah, that's what we did
Huh.
with Sir Kitty.
Then yes, like a cat.
I was going to say a pacifier, but if a bell works.
A pacifier. A pacifier is a really... Oh, next time that I go into the big city, I will get a pacifier. That is a good
And
idea.
then you could put like a little ribbon on it, so like it like clips to her little clothes, so she doesn't lose it.
Which babe city?
Oh, Panu the Republic? Panu Republic? On the bay? Yeah.
I didn't realize that we were this close.
Oh, we're not.
Oh,
Yeah, so we should let's give him a few days, but eventually maybe we should go over. We should also bring bring gifts or something.
That is a very good idea.
Well, I know the one thing that they would probably want right now would be some food, considering, birth.
Oh, yes. We could make sandwiches from the pig.
Yeah, well, we can leave them with the doulas and see if they want them, because they pushed everyone out because they need to have their time. But let's make sure we make some for their son as well, and so everyone can have some.
I do not hate to put a damper on this, but if I'm recalling, we have currently invited at least a half dozen other people to eat this pig, plus all of you that are eating this pig. Is there enough pig?
Oh, a pig goes, a lot. So
Even a
I
20-pound pig could feed a bunch of people, no
Yeah.
problem.
okay. Well, then good.
And as you say that,
coming from the experience of people who have had actual big pigs at family gatherings.
as you say that, Pascal and Galwin both round the corner. Galwin has a basket full of apples that have recently been picked in his arms, as well as a large wheel of cheese. And Pascal has a large loaf of bread and several large bottles of wine in his other arm. And he just lifts up the large loaf of bread and goes, "Hey, did y'all hear about the baby? We're partying."
I was there when it happened.
You were? What color's the baby? I bet on blue.
She was purple.
Dang it! I
So you're
lost
half
50
right.
gold. Oh well, it's fine. Galwin punches him in the arm. Don't worry, I'll split my winnings with you. I bet purple. Because blue and red, they make purple. Yeah.
That's good color theory. Oh my god,
Right?
Gowan, did you see how pretty Pascal looks with his new hair?
Yeah,
He'll wink at Pascal.
totally
secretly.
looks pretty. Totally.
Oh, yes, he looks very dapper.
I brought you apples.
You're so nice.
Thank you.
He's just gonna walk past you and find a place to sit.
She's gonna wink at Pascal like we talked about.
Pascal winks back.
She's gonna take the bread from him.
Shortly after, the rest of the wardens all file in to come and eat dinner with you, as do the workers of the tailor shop and the blacksmith shop, and Iggy and Rupert from the Pink Dragon also show up.
You know, we didn't invite most of these people, but that's why we always make extra. That's why we got a big pig. I made sides. Everyone's gonna, everyone's gonna eat so well tonight. It's going to be great.
The word and smell certainly spread.
Yeah, everyone shows up with something in hand. No one has come just with an empty belly. So there is plenty of food and drink to go around, especially when Iggy and Rupert show up. They show up with several cases of wine and various alcohol for everybody from the Pink Dragon's stocks.
As soon as they come in with cases of alcohol, he's just gonna say, "This reminds me of home."
And Iggy will just turn to you and go, "Oh, honey, me too."
Okay, everyone, come on. You can put them over there.
Sulon grabs a bottle out of the case, uncorks it with his teeth, and just goes back to like turning the pig. He has an apron on and everything with the like kiss the chef.
I love it. I love it. Yeah. You all are able to start enjoying a night with the NPCs of town.
She will kind of busy herself bringing out like the food, placing the food that everyone bought, making sure there's like cups for people to drink and stuff, and like make sure there's like little containers to go to, like so somebody can send it to the new baby family and stuff like that. You know, this really does feel like family, guys. We really are a colony.
Miss has her mouth full of bread. Her cheeks are just stuffed. I agree. I would even argue that it's better than home in a way. It's a lot less bloody and a lot less screaming.
You'll have to tell us about this at some point.
Yeah, there are a lot of things you've mentioned, and I think we'll need to talk about it at some point.
It's a lot of them.
I imagine not in the current environment.
I don't want to spoil the mood. We're celebrating new life. It's a very sad story.
We will talk about
soon.
it when you're ready and in private.
Of course.
Clearly, this is a receptive group for this.
Yes.
Harry.
Hey.
At which point?
Oh, sorry.
No, go ahead. No, you go ahead.
It
What
just
I do.
Sulong just turns to Yuiza. Would you like to do the honors? The pig is about ready.
Yes. She's just gonna start you see her expert with the knives and the fork, and she's just gonna start slicing it, making sure to get the good meat out, separating the good meat and then el chicharrón. So when people want chicharrón, it's gonna be great.
Sulong goes for the knuckles. That's the good stuff right there.
Pig's feet.
Prepared. Yeah, she's gonna make sure every piece goes, that no piece is wasted. Just gonna pass it around to everyone. It's gonna be great.
Arat is just walking around. He has a cup of wine. He's just walking around and listening to people talk and share stories and whatnot. And every now and then, just a hand will wind up on somebody's shoulder that's telling a particularly good story.
Yeah,
you just sort of drift through the entire party.
You probably spend a lot of time with Iggy and Euphoria. Then they are sitting with Connie and with Beetle. And Iggy is regaling tales of their travel. And Connie is interspersing some rather scandalous details of the same area. It would seem that these two go way back. And they have some shared and individual stories to tell. And Pip, at one point, actually gets up and starts reciting goblin poetry for everybody.
Yuiza's gonna make sure there's plates for everyone, and she's gonna make sure that Pascal gets the perfect pulled pork sandwich with bits of the skin that are crispy. And she's going to make it and then present it to Pascal like it is time.
Pascal looks at you and takes this sandwich with all of the tenderness and care of someone receiving a gift from the gods themselves and holds this plate in front of himself. Roll me a performance check with advantage.
Okay.
To decide how good this sandwich is.
I'm so scared. Am I good at performance? I have plus. I'm not gonna rely on digital dice. If I fail, it's my fault and my hands rolled bad.
Technically, it's my fault because I made your dice.
That's true. Oh god. Okay, with advantage.
Mhm.
We'll use a chunky die and a small die.
And if anyone wants to bestow upon Yuiza anything, if you have any abilities that can give further bonuses, feel free to do so before we know the result.
Absolutely. Let me look through my spells real quick.
The cleric. I have to have something.
Guidance?
I don't have guidance.
I can pull a card, but there's no guarantee it'll help. It might actually make it worse.
It might actually make things worse.
I can assist as an action.
She already has advantage.
Yeah, I already have advantage. Okay, it's all right. It will be in total 17. This is a full plate, the sandwich. It's got a special sauce that she made. She will not share that secret. It's got the perfect sides to go with the sandwich. The bread is perfect and buttery and made for this specific sandwich. She will present him. So that is a 17.
Pascal inspects this sandwich and then puts the top of it on. And he takes it and he takes that bite, that first bite, and closes his eyes and chews slowly. And when he opens them, there are tears in his eyes as he looks up at you and he says, "This is so good."
Thank you. Thank you.
And then he devours it in record time and asks for a second.
You know I got more for you. And she's gonna pass him another one. She's gonna make sure everyone gets food. She's gonna give like I don't remember her name, but the half-orc lady from the Smith shop.
Mel?
She looks like Mel. Like she might want to eat more. Because bigger people eat more. And I eat more. She made decent portion size for her. Make sure that everyone's got how much they want, that there's enough for seconds. Every time someone enjoys their food, she just gets happier and happier. Like, this is the happiest she's been.
As you go by the tables, everyone is loving the food, complimenting everything. I'm forgetting my own NPC's name because there's so many people here. Euphoria will lean out from the table and go, "Next time I'll have to bring you something from the Ninth House. I think an infernal boar would just be delicious in your hands."
Oh, I would be honored to make an infernal. I've not made one before, but oh my god, I will be.
You have not lived until you tried infernal. Trust me.
I will trust you. I will trust you.
And Connie gives the largest eye roll that a young 20-something can possibly give.
Mm-hmm. Right?
Oh,
She's keeping an eye on that. But she will make sure that she also has very more than the others. She has very lovingly prepared food for her group. She will have some. She's like, "Arat, I know you don't eat, and if you say no, I will not be offended. But if you'd like, I can prepare a plate for you."
I don't want to offend you and Sulong's cooking ability by the fact that it doesn't quite taste right to me.
You know what? That is fair. I just appreciate that you are here.
I'm happy to be here. Thank you very much.
Of course. She will very lovingly then prepare a plate for Sulong and a plate for Fisscourth. Sulong's has extra as well because it's Sulong. And Fisscourth is kind of prepared so that Fizz can try like a little bit of everything that she hasn't tried before.
You're so well. Because this was gonna ask for a little bit of everything.
I know you. It's okay.
As Yuiza is giving Sulong his plate, there is just like that red across his face. He has been drinking so much wine.
Too long. Have you been drinking a little too much already?
No, I'm totally fine.
You are so adorable when you're lying, and she will give him a kiss on the cheek.
I can pass a sobriety test.
She's gonna hold this plate.
Ooh, food.
Walk in a straight line.
Too long, maybe a Constitution saving throw.
Yeah, barbarian +7, 21.
Okay. You're fine. Walks a straight line.
Actually, he'll just walk in a straight line, get the food. Thank you very much for your concern, and this smells amazing.
I could not have done it without you.
Oh, wait. He will hand the plate back and then run into the house, and come back with a couple of mason jars of what looks like vegetables in a brine. If it's fine with you, Sarah, we had a couple of hours, so he made like pickled veggies.
Yeah, that's fine.
Set them down, chopsticks in, over the pork. Thank you.
Ooh, she's definitely gonna have some of that.
What is that? I can smell something strong.
Pickled carrots, radish, peppers, and pickles.
Pickled pickles.
Pickle?
Well, cucumbers are just pickles that haven't been pickled yet.
Yeah.
They are?
Yeah.
Thought they were different.
No,
No.
honey.
No.
That's
No,
why
over time
pickle
they
is a
become
pickle.
pickled.
Yeah, because it's got
Oh,
pickles.
there's so
I
much.
don't know why. I don't know why that one gets the name and the rest
Yeah.
don't, but so be it.
It's like a child, if you think about it. It grew up and aged into a pickle.
Do you want
Marvelous.
some?
Yes, I would very
Here you
much
go.
like a pickle.
Here you
Sulong puts a hand on Fiss's shoulder and leans in. Why do they call it a building if it's already built?
Fiss's eyes go wide with the realization her mind has been opened to the possibilities.
go. I appreciate you guys a lot.
I appreciate you guys too.
I'm blessed to be sharing my food with you all, and Fiss is just taking bites of like the pickle. Like she's doing the ratatouille thing, where she's a little bit of chicharron, a little bit of pickle, ooh, a little bit of pickled carrot. Oh,
Art will actually reach over and take like some of the pickled carrots, because if it's the way that RJ described it, it is probably strong enough that he can taste it more than other stuff.
Mhm. Most likely.
As you all sit enjoying your meals, roll me a perception check.
the bagman is here for his plate.
Just throw the plate into the bag of holding.
Oh, thanks.
I got a 13.
I should roll this at. No, it's fine. 17.
Dirty, stinky 20.
Got a 13.
Okay. This was a fairly low DC anyways, as it pertains to your guests. As you are sitting there eating, there is a late arrival to getting the food, but he does not arrive alone. You all see Zikos, the teenage son of Isla and Morthron, come in with another person who you haven't met yet. She is short, about 5 feet tall, with dark skin and purple chin-length hair held back by a blue band. She has a pair of feather earrings and a set of green round glasses on her face. And they come in.
Just a quick question, because I can't see it, but if it's described to me, does this sound like a familiar description from Zikos to me?
Zikos did not describe the object of his affections to you. However, the rest of you can clearly see that he is acting a bit bashfully to this person that he is walking in with.
This will
Because
whisper into
I-
Arat's ear. Young love.
Who?
Go, grab a plate.
Hi.
Hi. Congratulations, by the way.
He immediately starts blushing at the just sheer fact that he has been perceived.
Same.
Bro, same.
Yeah, they are the last to arrive at your little dinner party. Are there any further conversations you all would like to have?
Not in particular for Yuiza. I think she's just gonna make sure that she's gonna give Pascal the lowdown on what goes great with what, and that he should try the pickled veggies that Sulong made. But I think at some point she's going to sit with her friends and even take out her own lute, which is a little worn. It's very well loved, and just start playing like something for the ambiance.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you can definitely do that. And as the night goes on, everyone is here to celebrate the good news and the good fortune that has come about the town. And you all get to stay up late into the night, and you can sleep in the next morning after everyone has gone. And they all helped you clean up last night, by the way. Everyone assisted. But we will mosey on to the next morning. Who's the first to wake up tomorrow?
Surprisingly,
I don't want to make assumptions.
Yuiza.
Oh.
Okay.
But did you have something to say, Abby? I didn't want to cut you off. Sorry.
I was gonna say, I don't want to make assumptions, but I feel like Sulong's gonna be sleeping in, so.
Yeah, I was gonna say
Yeah.
he usually is the first one awake, but
Actually, let me make
Go
a
on.
quick roll.
true.
Yeah, roll to see.
No, he's sleeping in.
Question, Fisscourth, did sorry, Abby, did Fisscourth sleep in Yuiza's room again that night?
Oh no, she slept in with Arat.
Okay, that's fair. So she will get up, she will take her time, do her own little photosynthesizing in the morning, and just sit, watching like kind of like the world wake up with her coffee.
You watch, and normally you don't get to see the town come to life. Normally the sun is well up, but you get to watch as this village is sleepy and quiet, and slowly the sun starts to come up, and you hear in the distance the farm animals start to wake up, and roosters from various coops across the farms make their presence known as they are wont to do. And you see, as one by one, people begin going about their morning routines. You see some of the wardens who take on some of the more athletic tasks that are assigned to them, make laps around the village, just like Sulong does most mornings. And you see them head off into the pen that is used as the training arena for the wardens at one point. You see farmers start to bring in carts into town, dropping things off at the general store, which will still open today under Zikos' watch, albeit a little bit late because everyone in town did stay up late. And the shops begin to open, and life resumes as normal. And then a fireball crashes into the middle of town. Just kidding.
Oh, God. I'm not prepared for this. I'm not fireproof. Once it's later in the morning enough, she will just kind of make a simple breakfast, some coffee. She'll probably make something because she's gonna assume Sulong is gonna have a hangover. So something to help with that. And she's actually, once she sees that the butcher is open, she's going to go and try and buy some blood, some pig's blood.
Okay. Yeah, you can head out over there.
Mm-hmm.
And he sees you coming, and like with the rest of the village, it seems he already knows who you are, just based on word of mouth. There's a large, it's a fairly sizable village, but everyone knows everyone. And he actually has a case of blood prepared. And as you go to pay him, he waves you off and tells you that it's already been paid for.
Oh, really? By who?
I don't know. I woke up this morning and there was a small parcel with the payment, and you could come here for the same thing every single morning for the next 2 months if you wanted. Whoever left it for you all left a lot of money and no signature. So
It didn't have any writing or anything?
I mean, it did. It said who it was for. Here, I think I put it. Here it is. And he produces a small piece of paper, a little crumpled as it had been wrapped around the payment, which in this world is coins, not paper.
Mm-hmm.
And in small, neat, precise handwriting, which is unfamiliar to you, it says, for the dietary needs of Arat and Fisscourth. This will cover 3 months. Another payment will come should they stay in town.
I know this is a weird ask, but do you mind if I borrow this note? Or do you need this for
No,
a
you
file?
can. Yeah, you can have it. I didn't really know what to do with it. I was going to give it to Toby. But yeah, I wrote you all down in the books. I write some of the other, farmers that come regularly and just pay monthly. So I'll just have you in. I have you all in the books if you.
Well, thank you so much.
Yeah, you're welcome. It was nice meeting you.
It was nice meeting you too. Bye.
Bye.
Oh, can I say she brought some leftovers for them if
Yeah.
they weren't there? Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
She's like, here you go.
He'll gladly take them and set them aside for his lunch later.
But she will come back, and while she's making coffee for everyone, she'll make a mug of blood, basically, for Arat, and make sure it's warmed.
Mhm.
Not too hot, but get that fresh out of the neck feeling. You know what I mean?
What is it? 98.6.
98.6 degrees, as precise as she can get it. And she's going to then make Fisscourth's blood, but then mix Fisscourth coffee, but then mix some blood into it, because she knows Fisscourth can have food. So see if that makes a difference. And then after a while, she's gonna kind of knock on people's door to kind of wake them up.
Yes, blood, the most goth of coffee creamers.
Yeah.
Sorry, it's so cute. You're just making her sippy cups for us and be like, hey guys.
Yeah. It's there's breakfast, and there's just a little knock, knock, knock on everyone's door.
I think Viss is still asleep because last night was very exciting. There was so much glitter, so much terror, so much uncertainty. So she's still hanging up by the rafters, but she just unfurls her wings majestically, terrifyingly, and says, "Oh, thank you. I think I could drink that upside down," and reaches for the mug.
No. She'll put it back. You're not drinking this upside down.
But I do that all the time.
This is not going to work that way.
Very well. And Fizz will groggily pull herself off the rafters. Do you have some for Arat? Oh, you did something different with this, didn't you?
I did.
She drinks it all in one gulp.
Okay, I added blood to it.
It was exquisite. Utterly exquisite.
I'll do that because we'll have enough to go around, and we'll have to explain this when we go back down. But she will also kind of make sure and see if Arat's awake as well.
Yeah, no, I'm sitting up at the table, so if you come into the room, I'm literally in the process of just feeling out the cards and putting 3 into the fate hand for today.
She'll wait until he is done, and then say, Arat, I made you a morning drink. She will
You
put it
did?
in his hand, and it is warm.
It's a very clear smell. So oh, thank you. You didn't have to go out of your way for this. I usually can manage. I appreciate you though.
But why just manage when you can just have it regularly, you know? You can accommodate.
It gives me a strange feeling to have it too much, but no, I very much appreciate this. Thank you. But really, you didn't have to. You didn't have to go out so early in the morning just to get this for me.
Oh, well, I don't have to do a lot of things, but I want to.
Thank you, Yuiza.
You're welcome. I also made something special for Sulwan because I think he's going to be very hungover.
Oh, and definitely, yes, he will be.
The door to
Alas.
Sulong's room just opens up, and he's hunched over and walking outside of his room like a creature from the cave. Turns and spots like the door open to Arat's room, and just like,
He's just gonna
There he
go
is.
over. Yeah. And hand him a cup of pure black coffee and bread.
You're an angel.
Sure. There's food downstairs. The good greasy one after, a hangover.
Still like slouched over, he just tromps down the stairs.
Okay. But as she's doing that, she will kind of go back to Ada's room and say, it seems that someone has paid the butcher now for 3 months worth of blood for you two.
For us too.
For
Specifically.
us?
Yeah, and she will take out the note and read it. It's like for the dietary needs of Arat and Fisscourth. This should be for 3 months, and there will be another payment if they stay longer. And she will describe the handwriting, but then hand it over to Fisscourth and Arat to kind of feel and read.
I'm going to go ahead and guess that it's not. I mean, I don't think I can distinguish handwriting that well, so I'll feel it just to read it. And just,
Let's look it over. Is the penmanship familiar? Too
Roll history
familiar?
check.
Oh no. I don't like that you asked for a history check, Sarah. Let's see. Do-do-do. That's a natural one.
You've never seen this handwriting before.
So tiny, I can hardly distinguish it. Who writes so small? Ants?
I don't know. But I found it curious, so I asked the butcher if I could keep the note just in case you could make out the penmanship, or maybe the writing sounded like something you have read before at it.
no, it does not, as far as I'm aware. It's also rather concerning because apart from the three of you, I haven't told anybody about this in this town.
Well, apparently they know about your dietary needs and Fisscourth's, which
Perhaps
they-
Arabelle did it?
I haven't told Arabelle.
Yeah.
Oh.
And even if she
Unless-
did, like, why would she keep it from us?
So I've only told the three of you, but there was a man at the temple who seemed to infer what I was. He did not say it, but he seemed certain of it. But I don't know if he would do such a thing. Him or his nervous-sounding friend
Oh.
had a stammer.
Yes, Egg. He's
Oh, you know him?
very familiar with my nature. But you didn't inform him?
No, but he was in the room when the other man seemed to know what I was. Could he have done this?
Perhaps, but I didn't inform him that I was among company. We could ask him, but I don't want to terrify the poor soul.
I mentioned my friends, so he would have known that I was with you all.
Yeah, I mean, maybe if he knew what you were, maybe this is his way of... I don't know if it's out of care, maybe out of, like, making sure that you don't go bloodthirsty, you know?
Perhaps I am grateful, but still a bit off-put
Yeah.
at the gesture.
I mean, the butcher seems just as confused. I don't think there's anything wrong with the blood itself, but you do have a steady stream of it now. We can always
Then-
keep a cask here should you ever need it. Obviously,
Then
if
now
you
the
said
butcher knows too.
yeah, if you said too much of it makes you feel weird, obviously we don't have to have it every day. But if you need it, it's going to be there.
Yeah, I mean, it'll be good to have on hand. Now I'm more focused on who is doing this out of possibly the goodwill of their heart, if not something else. But no, I don't want to over-examine a gift, but it is still very curious.
I believe the saying is we don't look a gift horse in the mouth. I'm not sure
Well,
I'd
I
look a
never
horse
have,
in the
so-
mouth, but neither have I.
True, but I am also aware that sometimes when you want to send certain messages, it doesn't have to be off-putting the way you send it. This is someone that clearly knows not only that we are all together, which, it's not a big secret, but knows of your conditions, both of you.
Which, as far as I'm aware, narrows it down to only a couple of people, unless there is somebody else.
Mm-hmm. My concern is that it may not be someone in the village.
Which would be even more confusing.
Mm-hmm.
Precisely. But I suppose we can't worry about it now. Well, they appear to be beneficial, kind even, but I'm not quite sure what to think, honestly.
We at least trust the butcher's supply, so there's that.
Mm-hmm.
That it? There is?
And, if anything smells off from the bloods, don't drink it. But I don't know how good your sense of smells is, but I would assume maybe you would sense there's something off. I don't know.
To a degree.
Okay.
We can fret on this more later, I suppose. Perhaps we should join our recovering friend downstairs.
Yeah, we can do that. I will let them get ready, and then I will knock on Arabelle's door.
Okay. You knock on the door, and there is the rustle of two people.
Mm-hmm.
And after a few hushed whispers, Arabelle cracks open the door, and you see about this much of her.
Yeah.
Can I, it's a little early. Can I help you?
It's actually like almost afternoon.
Oh. Can I help you?
Yeah, there's breakfast. There's fresh coffee for you and your friend. So if you want anything, I was going to discuss something with you, but you know what? You're busy, so I'll let you.
I'll see you later.
Yeah. Bye. She'll turn around.
And the door closes quietly, and you hear the lock turn.
Can I, as the lock turns, can I try and put my ear to the door to see if I can catch the voice of the other person?
Roll me perception at disadvantage.
God damn it! Disadvantage. I was hoping.
Yeah, you got a door between you and them,
Okay, that's con.
and they're whispering. Come on.
Okay, that's not bad. That was 12 and a 13.
Okay.
Let me add my thingamabobs. My modifiers: perception 3, 12, 15.
Okay. You get that it's definitely a male voice.
She'll get that and she'll go downstairs. Yeah. She's gonna be paying attention to if there's a window that opens or something.
Okay. Are you going outside to watch the windows?
No.
Okay.
Just listening. Just
Okay.
listening.
All right. Yeah, you head back downstairs.
Yeah. As far as she know, the mayor wasn't here last night, so
It's been far worse.
yeah, that would have been far worse. But yeah, she'll get together with everyone in the kitchen living room area. Dining room, that's the word. So everyone, there's breakfast for everyone, and not one to gossip, but there seems to be an extra person in here this morning.
None of my
We
business.
have a guest?
Sure.
Do you have a
Oh,
guest, or does somebody else have a guest?
Annabelle has a guest.
Annabelle has.
oh, that sort of guest. I see, a nocturnal guest.
Yeah, so if you see anything, just pretend it didn't happen.
I
am-
do that very easily.
You're blind. I keep forgetting.
This is
Anyway,
just
should-
nervous. Oh, go ahead, sorry.
No, go ahead.
This is kind of nervously tapping her claws on the table. Probably just our eyes darting around the room. We should have that talk, yes?
Yes, of course.
I was going to suggest that we go to the wardens, get a job, but I didn't want to be dishonest, and you all did ask, so...
And I think, on that nervous note, this is where we're going to go to break. And we're going to come back and we're going to have a little chat with our favorite bat. All right, 3, 2, 1. Hello, everybody. We are back. And if you will be so kind as to lend us your ears, lend us your eyeballs, lend us that juicy, juicy attention that algorithms love so much, we have a short ad copy to read through. And then we are going to do a tarot reading for one of our characters. Tonight is going to be Sulong from our sponsor tonight, Weirdworks. Thank you again, Weirdworks, for sponsoring this game on the channel. We very much appreciate you, and we are really enjoying using you in our campaign, both for the GMing side of things and for the player side of things. It's been a lot of fun to watch Zach play this. So without further ado, let me tell you all about this company. Weirdworks is a small TTRPG business crafting unique TTRPG themed items featuring the art of designer and illustrator Brenda Ho, and developer and writer Tom Denick. After the success of their first Kickstarter deck, The Adventurer's Tarot, they have successfully funded another Kickstarter for their new Eldritch Overload Tarot, which puts a cyberpunk twist on the standard tarot spread, and still, I think it's still within the D&D theme for most of it. You can use code HYPE to get $5 off any $40 purchase on their website. And in our game, Zach is playing the Wild Oracle, a 5e custom class written to work in conjunction with the Adventurer's Tarot. Their original tarot deck comes with several alternate uses, both for players and GMs. So if a custom 5e class isn't your jam, you can also use this to randomly pull weird weather effects on the fly as a GM, or maybe gift one of these to your players along with the rule set, replacing the often game-breaking deck of many things. Thank you again, Weirdworks, for sponsoring our game. We very much enjoy all of the stuff that you're putting out, and we can't wait to see what you come up with next. So let's go on to the main event of this sponsored spot. Zach, let's get that reading going.
So the question today came from Sulong, who, funny enough, had a very similar question to the other two, which is he wants to know if he is on the right path. Unfortunately, tarot is not quite a yes or no thing, so we're going to see what the right path is, or how one can be on the right path.
Okay.
Our first card is the Construct. That's a card that tells you to define your goals, but not too rigidly. Allow for some freedom, but you still should know where you want to go. In this instance, you should know what the right path for you is, because only you can know the right path for yourself. From there, we move on to the Wizard. Focus on these goals. Don't be afraid to take risks, though. Don't find yourself in analysis paralysis. Find the goals that you want and go for them. And lastly, we have the Adversary. Now, hard work is going to yield bounty, but you should seek new opportunities when needed. That is the best way for you to advance forward into new and exciting things. So the best way to find your right path is first to look deep inside and tell yourself what's right for you. And from there, you're gonna have to focus on it and make it happen.
RJ, how does Sulong feel about this reading?
No think, charge forward, got it.
Fantastic. Thank you again, Zach, for doing these readings in conjunction with our sponsored episodes. With that, we're going to go ahead and head back into game. Again, if you would like to support this game and others like it on the channel, check us out at patreon.com/thehypegoblin. We will be going into the after show later tonight and talking about the questions, comments, and concerns that folks put into the Discord server for us, which you do access via our Patreon. You've all woken up and received an unexpected gift. And we left off with a very nervous Fisscourth, wringing their little bat thumbs, ready to discuss with you all their story. Fisscourth, I'll let you take it from here.
Fiss can't meet any of your eyes at the moment. She is just wringing those little digits with a deep heaving sigh. Before I begin, I should let you know that my perceptions of the outside world are warped. I was taught and grew up with the notion that it is a place full of dangers, of lesser creatures who would seek to harm and destroy us, who saw us as nothing but evil. That aside, I acknowledge that I have done wrongs, and I seek to right them. And I hope you'll keep that in mind as I tell you about the Chapel of Cacophony. It's a small cave in the mountains. Really, it's a network of caves. Anywhere there's darkness, and anywhere that reaches the Underdark, you're likely to find my kind. The chapel is unique in that the vampiric Ahoolings gather there. I was one of the Sisters of Sanguine, meaning that we were the ones who were designated to gather food for the colony. And I think you know where I'm getting food from.
Yes.
People. But as you know, blood doesn't keep well on its own, unless it is freshly slaughtered, and we couldn't necessarily take people every night, so we kept prisoners. Many. Of every creed and origin. This was in service to our people. I did not think we were doing anything wrong. I truly did not. I believed that you were all primitive beings that, again, saw us as beasts. That we were the one sophisticated race on this planet. But I had my mind changed. I spoke to a young man who we had captured and was to be drained for the sake of the colony. He convinced me otherwise, that you are passionate creatures of joy and love, and you have families. Much like my own. There is another component to this, but I would like to know if this is unforgivable. If you would like me to take my leave, I will do so.
Cannot speak for the others, but I would assume that in light of the recent revelations about me, they would be as understanding. As you said, you were taught a certain way. I often wonder what the cow must think of the farmer keeping it on the farm to eventually be slaughtered, because we think that it is the way that it should be. You cannot be blamed for something that you did not know.
I tried, but I appreciate the kindness, Arat.
I don't know your people, but I know you. I've traveled with you, and you're all right.
You're all right too, Sulong.
Fisscourth. The things that you did, do you regret them?
Truthfully, I wish I could say I did, but I feel like I would be dead if I had not done them. I would have starved. My mothers would have starved. But I do not regret freeing those who I did.
Do you wish to be different than that?
I tried talking to the Holy Mother of the chapel, but she was not very enthusiastic about the idea of switching our diet so radically.
No, you. Not your chapel, or your other sisters, but you. Do you wish to be different than that you once were?
I hope to be a different woman. On the surface.
And are you willing to do what it takes, all the hardships and all the bumps in the road, to be that person?
I am. Difficult as it might be.
Yuiza is going to gently, and so that she can see if she wants to stop, but take Fisscourth's face and press her forehead against hers like they did when they first met, and say, "What matters to me right now is who you are as a person and who you want to be, and what you have shown me. We are a family, and we are a colony, and we will support each other."
You are a far better colony than I had at home. Thank you. Thank all of you, truly. And I promise you all, I'm going to continue to be better, but I feel that you should have the truth.
Thank you for the truth, and I know it will be hard, but we will be there as long as we can be by your side to help you.
Please do not shoulder the entire burden of your upbringing by yourself. You are not the one that made these decisions. You are not the one that made things the way that they are. And you have your own trajectory to take.
Very fitting for a teller of fate, Arat. Oh, but there's another thing I should mention. I'm technically due for a trial by combat. I did release half of the colony's food stores, so I am being looked for. I'm wanted. I believe that's the term. I don't think they'll show up here, right? Right.
Well, you said that they seemed to be averse to the surface unless it involved taking people, so perhaps we keep our place away from caves for a while. I wouldn't mind that myself.
True. And, if they want to take you, they're going to have to go through all of us. And I'm not saying anything, but Sulong is pretty beefy.
Yeah, they're gonna have to drain a lot of blood out of me.
The idea isn't apparently not so unappealing. That's what Gillian said specifically. He was the gentleman who convinced me of your ways. He told me he was seeking to be drained by several bat women at once. Absolutely curious man.
Oh, Fiss, I don't think... You know what?
Good on him.
Good on him.
Good on him.
You know what? I don't yuck people's yums. I mean, sometimes I do. Some yums do need to be yucked, but most of the time...
We don't kink shame here, we only kink question.
Yes.
Yes. He's writing a whole book, It's called the Encyclopedia Erotica. Monsters Edition.
Fascinating.
Interesting.
He's a scholar, much like myself, which is, I think, why we connected. And you're all scholars in your own ways.
Well,
it feels like a weight's been taken off.
I wish him all the luck in the world on his research endeavors.
I can't judge you for growing up someplace and doing the only thing you knew to do to survive. But I am glad that you have decided to take a different path because it led you to us.
This is just gonna happily chitter into her wings.
Well, so, point of, not contention, but if we're ever in a situation where we don't have access to blood, if the two of you ever need to feed, just feel free to ask.
Yeah.
appreciate that. I personally, I do have other methods that I prefer, so I'm sure many of you have many a fascinating story or aspiration to share.
I will do my
I have
best to make
so
it
many.
non-painful.
I will hold you to that.
I know some people are into pain. I'm just saying.
As you say
Stillian
that,
was.
there's a knock at the door.
No, I got it.
Do you want more coffee?
Please.
Okay. She'll go into the kitchen.
When you go to the door, Sulong, there is a little kobold waiting at the door. Hello? I have a delivery.
Sulong just takes a knee to get onto their level. All right. Where is it?
Here, I have 2 packages. This one is for a
He'll lean over to read.
I'm not good with my S's.
That's fine. Is it for Sulong? That's me.
She hands out a package. This is a little pink kobold with a flower crown.
Oh.
And she has a large warhammer on her back. It's almost as big as she is. And this one is for...
Fisscourth.
that one. Here we go.
Thank you. Would you like some food?
I would love some food.
You'll stand up and lead them inside. I didn't quite get your name.
Full love. It's nice to meet you.
It's nice to meet you too. It's nice to meet you too. He'll lead True Love into the dining hall.
I'm so glad you said their name because I had no idea what it was.
Excuse me, it's Tuwav.
Love.
It's true love, but she also has trouble with her L's.
I am
I
respecting
wonder
their pronunciation.
Yeah.
I'm
if
crying over true love right now, man.
Hello?
this is True Love. True Love. Wov? True Love.
True love. Hello. It's
They-
a pleasure to meet you all.
Have delivered some parcels to us, and I offered breakfast to them.
I only had 2 deliveries. They were at the same location.
Oh, that must be very convenient.
Mhm.
Are you normally a delivery person, True Love?
No. I was just heading this way.
Oh, that was very sweet of you. Did you see who gave us these packages?
It was a delivery man who didn't want to come all the way out here to the middle of nowhere. He called it Podunk Nowhere.
Now, do you know
believe
how
you
what
got
this
the name of the
delivery
town
man
wrong.
looks like? No.
Let me see if I can find True Love's. Oh, here's her picture.
Yuiza's gonna come in and say, the coffee should be ready soon. Oh, hello. Do we need more food?
Yuiza, this is True Love.
Hello.
Hi. Would you like some breakfast?
I would love some, please.
Do you have any dietary restrictions?
No.
Okay, I'll be right back then. Do you drink coffee?
No.
Tea?
No.
Water?
Juice?
Juice? I have orange
Should-
juice.
I would love some orange juice.
Okay, I'll
She
be
did
right
sound
back.
a bit young.
I am not young.
You can't assume.
No, this is
I
True
can only
Love.
I can only go on the sound of, I can only go on the sound of the voice.
Oh, that's okay. I have a very high-pitched voice.
How old are you, True Love?
30.
See?
See, I would never have known this.
30-year-old lady.
Coming off of our talk about people finding us and that being a no-no, he'll hand Fisscourth her package.
For me? Is it a... She immediately rips it open and just...
Yuiza will come back with food for True Love.
I hope I didn't smudge the whiting. That one I got closer to town. The person was on the way out of town. And you see it's written in a flourishing purple pen. And on the front it says, had to run an errand. could not deliver this to you myself, my dear. I hope that you enjoy these writings from your people. XXOO Iggy. And Iggy is delivering to you the writings of the Ahuling Bard that they told you about previously, that goes by the name of Thald. Thald. And it is a series of poems written both in Ahuling and in Common about their travels on the surface world.
Ooh, this is marvelous. She describes vividly what's being written.
They were very, very pink when they handed that to me. I never met anyone more pink than me.
Well, I'm also very pink. You are among pink company, my friend. Thank you very much. I'm supposed to, what they say, tip you. This is just going to pull out a whole gold piece. Give it to her.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Yuiza's gonna come out with food for true love and a glass of orange juice. Here you go.
Sulong's looking over his parcel.
Sulong, you recognize the handwriting. This is it's a long, narrow parcel, and when you open it, it is the fighting fan that you wrote to your family, asking them to send you. So you can add a third fighting fan to your inventory. And in it, there are 2 letters. There is one from your sister, filling you in on all of the Zarin gossip that is going about the village. The other one is from both your mother and your stepmother, as they have written you a joint letter and pooled their resources to get this fighting fan made for you. But they both wish you well.
Just a soft smile across Sulong's face before he tucks those letters away into a back pocket and whips the fighting fan. I don't have 3 hands.
Oh, wow. That's really, really shiny.
It's also very sharp.
Oh, that's so pretty.
Oh. Perhaps it can be a reserve in case you throw the other one again.
Mm-hmm.
Or if another beast takes it.
Maybe it'll just pop up in my bag again.
You flow them?
Oh, yeah. They typically come back to me.
Ooh.
It's like a
And
boomerang.
The haul is large enough, he'll just quickly do a quick toss so it spins around the table and then catches it again.
Do it again. Do it again. And True Love sits there giggling. Mouth full of eggs.
Thanks. And he'll also put a gold piece in front of True Love.
Oh, thank you. Now I'll be able to take my friend for a little lunch.
Who's your friend? Are there other kobolds here?
I think so, but I'm here to see my very bestest friend.
Who's your very bestest friend?
His name's Galwin.
I know Galwin.
Ah, yes.
You know Galwin. Galwin is the best. We fought many a hard battle together.
Amazing.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
What's your favorite fight with him?
One time we fought a really, 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 really big worm.
Ooh.
It was
I
ferocious.
Was it like a purple worm?
I think so. I don't know. It was very dark. Yes, it was purple. I'm not good with colors. I think it's purple.
I heard those can get really big. That's really cool.
Mm-hmm.
He's probably by the wardens.
Where's the wardens?
If you go out, and you will see that there's a wooden. I'm really trying not to mimic your accent. The neurodivergent in me is fighting real hard. It is.
We're all fighting to be true love.
If you go across the street, there is like a wooden building. And if you go in there, you can ask for Galwin there. He'll probably be there, or if he's not there, then somebody will know where he is.
Okay. And now that she has directions, she goes like nose to plate and just chomp, chomp, chomp And the food is gone?
Me too.
Under his breath, Arat says like very quietly as she gives the directions, like, unless he's upstairs.
We don't know. But yeah, thank you so much for delivering this, true love. It was very nice to meet you.
Thank you for the wonderful breakfast.
Oh, you're welcome. See you around town then.
Hopefully our
Bye.
paths will cross again, true love.
I hope so.
Bye.
And she will slide out of the seat, which is her feet were dangling the whole time, and Trojan out of there. And you hear, as she makes her way down, since the trading yard is not too far away from you all, you hear, Galvin! And you hear, true love! My true love! And for those who are watching from the audience cam, the two have a big bear hug, and Galwin picks up this little kobold and spins her around before setting her back down.
That's so cute. Well, at least we can cross Galvin off the list.
Perhaps. That was very adorable. Well, eventful morning.
Yeah.
Very. Of course, I could ask you all to lay your own cards on the table, but that is at your own discretion. I just feel that I have it's rather pressing.
I mean, given what I know of the people that have so far said anything, my backstory's pretty tame.
I am curious about the what you mentioned about the people of your city and how they will hybridize. I think you mentioned that your condition was rather usual there.
Yeah, there's just several theories, the working theories that the scholars of Zarin have, something maybe in the water or like the food we eat, but he'll peel back the collar of his shirt. A couple of us, a majority of us, exhibit some sort of animalistic traits. It's passed down genetically. My father before me was also sort of serpentine, and my mom as well.
Oh, I thought you were more lizard-like. You're a serpent.
Yeah, well, he looks a little bashful. Where I come from, my name, Su Long, it translates roughly from Draconic to the Unadorned Dragon.
The Unadorned Dragon?
Yeah.
Seems rather mean name. You're very adorned. You are positively stunning.
Apparently it's to keep me humble.
Oh. How's that working?
Have I been haughty? I
Not at
apologize
all.
if I have been.
I mean, you've been haughty.
Have I been haughty?
No.
You are
you're
haughty.
Perfectly.
You are a haughty.
They're flirting with you too long.
Oh.
Yes, we're complimenting your appearance.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go and store these letters somewhere safe.
Bye, haughty.
Very good. So
Oh, yes, can you take these books from me as well?
Yes, okay.
He turned a brilliant shade of red. Did you see that?
It's really funny.
It was.
And Sulong, as you go up the stairs, you pass Arabelle coming down. And she heads past you, gives you a pleasant good morning, and goes about opening up her shop for the day.
Walks towards like a windowed area and kind of opens it up. If it's like by her room, can he look up and see if like the window's open?
Go ahead. Roll perception.
I could actually just climb out on the balcony because I stick to walls. Okay.
Into the Spider-Verse preview here, y'all.
Get Spider-Man. What? 20.
20. As you are looking, you can't see much from your vantage point, but you can sort of see into the room where the curtains don't quite meet the wall. However, they are drawn, and as you look, you don't hear anything moving about, but you see a flash of blue magic around the edge of the curtain. And then nothing.
That's just none of my business. That's just none of my business. Sulong deposits the books in Fisscourth's room and then the letters, tucking them away into a drawer.
Okay. Now, with breakfast underway and everything stored, what are you all doing today?
We should pick up a job, honestly. There were some items.
Those daggers. Yuiza was practically drooling.
Yeah, I have to wait for my hidden daggers soon, but I have regular daggers.
You do have those, yes, and I believe the items will probably take a bit more than a day to make unless they are particularly skilled.
Yeah, I think they said like 2 to 3 days.
Yes, we'll take something small. Hopefully not another Mr. Kitty situation.
I was possibly thinking of the strange birds, but yes, definitely not another Mr. Kitty situation.
I would like to see if the job outside of town is there, but I would like to wait before I leave for my daggers.
I think perhaps us having everything that we need before we venture too far out of town would be good.
Yeah.
Especially with
plus-
this festival coming up.
Yeah, I forgot.
And that toothy mare. Oh, if everyone's full, shall we? I'm sure the board has plenty of opportunities.
Certainly.
Let's go.
All right. Yeah, you head to the guild hall. And as you pass the training grounds, all of the usual wardens are there. And you pass some others on their way out of town. If you take a head count, you see every warden you know, including the one you just met, True Love, who is currently sparring with Gawain and kicking his behind in the ring. When you reach the board, there are several jobs available. The first one is still the village-seeking adventurers, which Yuiza just talked about. There's a creature hunting livestock near their village. If you can find the beast and kill it, you will be rewarded. And that is in Watford. You know that is going to be about 3 to 4 days away, depending on how fast you travel. So if you were to take that, you would be missing the festival and the dinner with the mayor. The next one, there are 2 that are brand new, freshly tacked up this morning. Delivery assistance needed. Morthron will no longer be making the morning deliveries at the general store, and we are seeking a delivery worker for the next 3 days until the permanent position is filled. This will pay 5 gold per day. The next one. Cleaning and cook's post open, both temporary and permanent work available. Isla will be stepping down from her current position. Inquire at the local temple with Igbri for application. Both these positions pay 5 gold per day. And you can all infer that this is just these 2 stepping out of the workforce while they take time to adjust to being parents once again with a small baby at home. The next one is written in the same purple ink, Fisscourth, that your package was written in this morning on fine parchment. Kitchen help still needed. Still is written in all caps, and needed it has a double line underneath. Help needed ASAP at the Pink Dragon. Our last request for assistant went unanswered and is now missing. The Pink Dragon seeks immediate assistance from any warden available. See Iggy tomorrow if you want the job. He's out of town today. 45 GP and 50 GP house credit available as payment.
Well, if Iggy was still in town, we could have applied. I could use some of the ways you've been teaching me to cook.
I could certainly talk to him tomorrow.
Yeah, I wouldn't mind taking that one. Maybe.
That one does seem to be one that we could all do.
Yeah.
We could also help clean the temple. I imagine they wouldn't object to multiple people assisting with this. It will help things perhaps go faster.
Possibly, maybe we should just inquire at the temple then.
Yes.
And then tomorrow we'll talk to Iggy about the other job, yeah?
Yes.
All right.
Should we leave word at the Pink Dragon? With 1 second.
With Rupert?
Rupert? Yeah,
We could. Something tells me that if nobody took the job previously, they might not take it again. So we could be fine. But if you want to put in a word with Rupert, I believe we could.
Yeah, I mean, just in case Iggy comes back sooner or anything that he could seek us out. If not, then we'll seek him out after. I can do that real quick, and then we can go, to the temple, maybe?
Certainly.
Okay, I'll be right back then. She'll just scurry off to the pink dragon and let Rupert know that her and her crew are interested in taking the job. If you could let Iggy know once you see him, and then we'll be here tomorrow to talk to him about it.
Yeah, sure. I'll let them know. You're all taking it?
Is it like a one-person type of situation?
No, well, I didn't want to assume that all of your friends were gonna join you, but if they are, then I'll say it's all of you. But if it's just you, I'll just say it's you. I just want to set expectations.
Well,
with
what
Iggy.
help do you need?
I don't know. He won't tell me.
Okay, all of us.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I will put you down.
Okay, thanks, Rupert.
Got you.
And she'll kind of just go over, just a little dog run over back to the wardens. We're jotted down.
Awesome.
Nah.
Perfect. Let's go help out with the temple then.
If we have time, we could also help out with the deliveries. I mean, I don't want to take every job, but I don't know.
Well, if they are still on the board, that means nobody's taking them.
That's true.
Mhm.
Let's start with the temple then, and then we'll also help with deliveries and stuff.
Okay. You all arrive outside the temple, and it's a pleasant day out. You're welcome to go in. They didn't give you any instruction on who to speak with, but you could probably speak to any of the folks working in the temple to get this rolling.
Give a little nod to Tamora. Little, as they walk by. Just see if there's anyone up and about.
Yeah.
Hello?
As you call out, you hear someone cooking in the kitchen. You hear the sound of pots and pans rattling and the clatter of a rather large pot falling to the floor.
Hello?
Are you going to the kitchen though?
Yeah, so we'll go to the kitchen.
Okay. Yeah, you can head back that way, and we'll just remove token vision. There we go. You should be able to see everything now.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you.
You're welcome. You head back there, and you see the woman in yellow robes that you met previously when you had a run-in with the goddess Timora. And she is reaching up above the hearth to get down some large pots and pans on her little tippy toes.
Oh, it's too long. Help her with that.
Strong boy, go forward.
Oh, hello, dear.
Hi.
Excuse me. And yeah, I'll reach up, grab it, and set it down.
Oh, thank you. What a nice boy. Did you all come for lunch?
Oh, no, we saw that help was wanted since Ayla's out because of the baby. And
Oh, the
help.
baby.
She's so cute.
Mm-hmm. Yes, we do need assistance. Are you interested in the permanent position?
Probably the temporary one.
Okay, well, we can pay 5 gold each, I believe it is. And we require someone to go about all the different temples and do the dusting and the polishing and make sure everything is in ship shape around here.
We could do that.
Yes.
All right.
Thing is practically our talent.
Right this way. And she will lead you back to a room just off the kitchen. It serves as their pantry and supply store room. And there you can find all of these supplies that you need to begin cleaning the various smaller temples around here.
As she's doing that, Yuiza will ask, I never got your name from the first time I met you.
Carlotta, dear. It's a
Carlotta.
pleasure to see you again.
It's a pleasure to see you too. My name is Yuiza.
May Yuiza, may Timora's good blessing shine upon you. And she takes your hands and claps them repeatedly in hers.
She smiles, just like, oh, grandma.
Very much grandma vibes.
Yeah. And just let's start cleaning everyone.
Yeah, after either we walk away from her or she walks away from us, I'll tell the others. One last time I was here, I was informed that there was one temple that I probably should not go into. Ironically, it's the one that smells of the most blood. So I can clean other things while you clean that one, if we get to it.
Most certainly.
Yeah.
I was informed it would be a bad idea for me to go in there.
How about then? We'll take. Let's split up into 2 teams. Who wants to be with me? Okay.
This will raise a wing.
Not everyone raised their hand.
All of us raised our hands.
Okay. Well, I know everyone likes me, but oh my god. Okay. Okay. Well, whoever wants to come with me can follow me, but I'll take one side of the hallway, and then Arat, maybe you can take the other side.
Certainly. Fisscourth, would you like to help me find my way through here, perhaps?
Oh, yes, most certainly.
Okay,
Thank
it's
you,
and
And she'll
me,
offer a wing.
Thank you. Now we have sorted our groups.
You and me, Sulong.
All right.
Finger guns.
I just imagine it's Yuiza saying, whoever wants to clean with me, follow me, and everyone just follows her
Yeah.
out.
Oh my god, why are you so obsessed with me, everyone?
Y'all silly. All right. Which rooms are y'all going to?
Well, she will ask Ada, like, which one smells the one of most blood that you're not supposed to go into?
I guarantee the moment that you open the door, it will hit you enormously. I believe he said it was the Raven Queen. I should not go into.
Yeah, doesn't she not like on does that mean that you're on Ned?
I am not, but I think I am perhaps a bit too close to the line.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll make sure that you're not there.
Yes. So
Okay.
I will clean any room that is not that one.
Okay. Well, we'll split off rooms, and then we'll take care of that one.
Room full of blood sounds like it's going to take the most time, so we should probably start there.
Yeah, we can do that. They
For
will.
what it's worth, my understanding is that it's all in one pool.
You might have to refresh it. Maybe pour in a bit of
that's true. We might
bubble
have to
bath?
refresh it. I don't think they would make like a blood bubble bath, because then that's not like full blood. And she's just saying this as she's walking away. You know, it's like blood and soap, but you know, whatever.
Oh, fair. Come on, let's go to this side, and this will lead him.
Yes.
Knives on you? Because I don't know how we're going to replenish the blood without one.
We're probably gonna use pig's blood from like the butcher.
Thank you for moving me. I was like, where's the door? Let me out.
You're welcome. Go ahead and ping which one you want to move to, and I can move you into one of the rooms. Okay.
We'll knock first.
Yeah.
You knock, and there's no reply when you first come in. However, as you move into the room, you see stepping out of the blood pool slowly. She had been submerged. Over her head is Roseressa. Can I help you?
Oh, we didn't mean to interrupt your bath time. We're here to clean, so.
All right. And she pulls a towel from the wall and begins drying herself off.
Are the
Go ahead.
bones decorative, or should we
should
clean
they be
those?
arranged in like a specific way, or
You can just dust around them.
Okay.
Okay.
We'll probably have to replace all these candles and stuff. Well, you thanks. She'll just start cleaning.
Oh, is there a tarp that's supposed to go over the blood pool? I don't want to sweep any dust into it.
There's no tarp. I suggest sweeping in the opposite direction.
Does it
Fair
need to
play.
be like refreshed?
No.
Okay. Well, please don't drag any blood in the hallway because we have to clean that too.
And she will give you a little smirk and wrap the towel around her, and she does in fact trail away with bloody footprints out into the hall.
I hope all her meals taste like ash.
Don't you mean may all her bacon burn?
I hope she has a bad haircut.
Roll me investigation on the room as you clean.
That is +0, so a 19.
Okay.
20 for a 21.
Okay.
God.
As you clean about this room, you find many depictions of the Raven Queen's battle against the Lich King, and images depicting her disdain for the undead. You get a very strong sense that this isn't a deity that Arat should probably fuck with, probably stay well enough away. So the assumption that Arat shouldn't enter this chamber was correct. And at the far side of the blood pool, amidst the bones and offerings, there is a rather small statue that has been carved out of obsidian rock, and it is of a female figure draped in robes with feathers hanging from her shoulders and down her arms, which have long, pointed, almost talon-like clawed ends to them. And the face of this deity is obscured by a veil, which is held in place by a crown that is shaped like the wings of a raven coming up and back off of the head.
Yuiza's cleaning the statue and saying, listen, I get that you like need people to worship you, but like she's super rude, okay? Like maybe you should teach her some manners, because like she's talking to the Raven Queen. Like she's like, I'm sure she's good at her job, but like, you know, she could at least have some like, I don't know, customer service personnel. I don't know. Just cleaning the statue.
Everyone has a mask, Yuiza.
And not to be so rude. I know about masks. I get it. But like, you know, don't have to be so rude about it.
Both of you roll me a D100.
Whoa!
Whoa, 100.
16.
Yuiza.
No. God, what is with me and gods?
Hey, the dice tell the story, right?
Yeah.
As you are saying this to the Raven Queen about the priestess of her temple, and you turn away to have your little aside with Sulong, when you turn your head back, there is a raven feather that is floating down in front of your face, and it lands softly at your feet.
She is going to take the raven feather,
Okay.
stick it behind her ear.
All right.
She's gonna keep cleaning the statue. We gotta make you look good, girl. Gotta fluff your feathers. So long, do you have a lot of experience with gods?
No, not in particular. We have a couple of, like, deities for worship for farming. Some for battle. But I don't really subscribe to any religion.
Cause like I've gotten like I just got like, look at this pretty raven feather.
You should put that back.
It fell in front of me. I feel like it's the sign.
Ah.
And at my feet. So like I don't want to like not take her gift. And she's really cool. I don't know, she seems really cool, like mysterious. Like she's got like good fashion sense, you know?
A bit of mystique because of the hood.
Yeah. You just gotta make sure she looks so good. I don't like her vibe, you know? She's pretty cool. But I don't know, first with Timora and now I'm here. I never really subscribed to any god either. You know, kind of like my own woman type of situation. Plus my family also didn't really subscribe. They were like more of like, they believe in like, obviously, like, listen, obviously there's gods. We know that. But they believe more in like what you can do for yourself, you know what I mean? Instead of like hoping and praying that a god would answer your prayers.
Do for yourself what the gods won't do for you? Something like that?
Kind of, yeah. My aunt said something very similar.
Well, I don't see the harm in it unless, you know, you decide to piss all of them off at once.
Well, I don't think I pissed off Timora, but I think I definitely did something she didn't like. But, you know, I'll fix that. And, you know, she gave me a little gift, and then I just gave her more gold now to, like, a thank you. And, you know, I got this raven feather. I don't know if it means something, but I think it's pretty cool.
Well, I have a bit of a methodology to life that I've been taught. It essentially boils down to, is this person hurting someone else by this action? No? Gonna stay in my own lane.
It's fair. That's kind of what You know what? No, I feel like that'd be a lie. So even if someone wasn't... Wait, like physically hurting or like emotionally, spiritually, mentally?
Hurt as in... Are they being a problem to another person, essentially? Again, it also comes down to more context that's needed, but just don't be a dick.
Right, so like... What would you count as like being like a dick? Like, what if like you stole from people, but like you needed to steal from people? To like survive and stuff.
If it is a need to steal from someone for survival, then honestly you fault the culture and the city for failing that person in helping in their living situation. But I wouldn't do anything against them. They're just trying to survive. Did they hurt anyone in the process?
I mean, like, you know, I may have like checked someone, but you know.
Oh, are we talking about you stealing?
No, I would never steal anything in my life.
But you just said you just checked someone.
I shanked someone. That's not stealing, unless you define it as like stealing their blood because it's coming out of their body.
Sulong steeples his hands together, raises them up to like the bottom of his mouth in that concerned. Was it for a good reason?
Survival of the fittest.
Rules of nature.
Yeah, like, you know, like they were very. I'm being very honest here. I used to hear kind of like less like joking. It was like you know, it's either me or them type of situation, you know. Nice shows me.
I'm not going to report you to any guards.
Oh, I know. I don't think you're going to report me. I don't think you... Like, even if you did, I'd be, like, out of here so quick.
I'm pretty fast on my feet, though.
Yeah, but, like, I feel like I could evade you. Like, you know, I'm pretty dexterous.
And as you two have this back and forth about who would catch who in a game of cat and mouse, let's pivot over to Arat and Fisscourth. Where on the temple map do you head to next?
I am being led by Fisscourth.
I think she's just gonna she's gonna vibe check these doors. Whichever one looks
Okay.
coolest, really. I think she's gonna stop at this door right here.
Okay. You head into that room, and it's a small temple. Not too grand. It has just enough to signify that it is, in fact, a temple. It seems that with this deity, that the trappings of gold and wealth are not what is important. And as you look about the room, I'm not going to have you roll for this because it's the only thing on the wall. There is a scripture that goes about the room, and it says, carved into the stone, reveal the truth, punish the guilty, right the wrong, and always be true, and just in your actions. And as it wraps around the room, there is a figure of a man on top of a pedestal, and he is in full war regalia with an axe and a longsword at his side. One of his arms is cut at the elbow, and it is wrapped in decorative metal, and he is posed as though his arm is going to reach for his longsword. And behind him, underneath the scripture words, is a circle, and within that circle is a large depiction of a set of scales that are evenly weighed.
This'll read this aloud to Arat and just sort of nervously look towards the statue. I was thinking this room might be, to a lesser god of harvest, something like that. I wasn't expecting something so intense. And she'll take her feather duster and just start lightly dusting the statue.
Well, I mean, it is certainly a noble cause, it sounds like.
All right, roll me a religion check.
maybe?
A religion check.
Mm-hmm.
That is 15 total.
Perfect. As this is one of the more well-known deities, you know this to be Tyr, the god of justice, essentially.
That's what the player thought too, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Tyr is often associated with the effects that protect against evil or unjust actions.
Yeah, so as I was saying, it's a noble cause, and if the description of the man is given at any point, then I will identify the god as Tyr to Fisscourth. He's as I said, it doesn't, with him it does not matter who you are, just what you do. It's a good cause as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah, there are some who might pervert that particular teaching by judging for past actions, and I suppose there would be sort of justified in that thing, especially if it was family members that were hurt by the chapel. And she'll just nervously continue dusting over the scripture, those words burning into her eyes.
Well, again, given that it is your actions, I feel that the steps that you took to right the wrongs are what matter more. You
Are
did, in
they?
fact, take steps to right the wrongs.
Arat, we ate a lot of people. Almost 30 years worth of lives down the drain. I think that's something a god of justice might find worthy smiting.
I mean, I'm not exactly one to judge you. I've lost track of the years, so I couldn't say if it's been 30 years worth, but...
How old are you, Arat, if you don't mind my asking?
I've lost count.
That old? Well, you don't look a day over 30.
I in all honesty, I'm not... it's hard to keep track of time, when you don't have many points of reference, and I must admit I have not taken a habit of asking people for the date. So I don't know. I suppose I could be older, but I don't truly know.
I have to admit, it's a bit sad you don't have namesday celebrations or anything of that number.
Not that I can recall. I don't recall much before I became the way that I am, but afterwards, no. None of that.
You were not always...
No. No. There is a turning point, for lack of a better term. That was many years ago.
I won't pry if it's a particularly touchy subject.
It's not a touchy subject. I just, I fear that I don't have many details. I can answer specific questions, but I cannot give a concrete history of myself because it's all just sort of history.
Fair.
But regardless,
we do have the future.
Yes, and regardless, I would say that if you've taken the amount of time that you have to right the wrongs of your past, well, and you like gesture in the general direction of the tear statue, the scales balance themselves over time.
I should hope that they do. Although you
I
say
believe that they will.
Have you always fed on dreams, desires, that sort of thing? I apologize if it's too personal. It just fascinates me, especially since Yuiza brought up wanting to be different. I believe to switch to a bovine diet.
No, yes. And actually, I'm going to pull from my fate hand because I'm not helping at the moment. So I'm going to pull from my fate hand. I'm going to pull the two of constructs again. So the card's going to unwind itself in his hand again. So the tiny owl, weasel, and cat are going to pop up. And to the tiny owl, he's going to whisper, organize the place, please, and let the owl fly out. And he's going to hold on to the other two in case he needs them in another room. So the owl can just like flutter around and organize things that are light enough for a tiny creature to move. It's not going to be like shifting chairs or anything.
Yeah. There's not much in here, but there are a few small offerings, so it definitely can assist you with that. And as you have this conversation about justice at scales and balancing things, both of you roll me a history check.
10.
9.
The DC was 10. So, Arat, this does not come to the top of your mind. But Fisscourth, back when you all battled the Marrowjay, after that final battle, you all found things, and although I believe everything has found its way into the bag of holding out of convenience, you were the one to pick up the items in the street. And the more you think about it, and the words that are on the wall, and the talk of balance, you think back to that large copper coin that you picked up, nearly as big as one of your companion's fists. And you remember the image that was stamped to the side that you looked at. And it was a set of scales. And that, I think, is what we're going to call it for tonight. I think we will end a little bit early tonight. That feels like a good cinematic spot to end. Thank you everyone so much for joining us tonight. We are going to be going into our after show after this called A Seat at the Table. If you'd like to join us for that, you can go to patreon.com/thehypegoblin. Thank you everyone for joining us for tonight's episode of Luck and Chaos. Don't forget to leave a review on your favorite podcast platform of choice. It really helps our show grow. Arat was played by Zachary Vaudo. Yuiza was played by Alessa Vamp. Fisscourth was played by Abby. Sulong was played by RJ. And your GM and producer today was Sara Roberts. The Luck and Chaos theme, A Twist of Fate, was composed by Sneakernet. Download it now on Bandcamp. Link in the show notes below. Check out our show notes for cast info and links to the third-party content featured in this game. If you'd like to join us for our Patreon-only after show, visit us on patreon.com/thehypegoblin. This show and others like it are made possible by the generous support from our patrons.